Hello everyone, welcome to Wednesday's edition of the Invisible Disabilities vlog. I have just put a jumper on and tucked my hair in. That's great, well done Roz. A little check-in for today. It took me a long while to get to sleep last night due to a mixture of things, not least because on top of everything else, and we're going real true speak today, okay, so buckle up. But being a lady, so I use an app called Clue to track my cycle, which many of you will be aware of. Not that I track my cycle with Clue, but you'll be aware of Clue. Oh god, it's going really well today. I also use my bullet journal just because I'm an analogue gal. I started at about maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, started feeling some kind of periody crampy pains, and my period's not due yet, but sometimes my body will just do a little crampy warm-up, just because it's great like that. And by the way, I mean, I'm going really sort of personal on this today, and it's not something that I would normally do, but I feel like it's Invisible Disabilities Week. This is all the sort of stuff that we keep invisible, and actually there shouldn't really be any shame because it's just ovaries, you know? So that was part of the reason that it took me a while to get to sleep, because I had to wait for painkillers to kick in. Fortunately, painkillers are really good at time of the month, and thank God for that, because I don't know where I would be if not. Like, just that kind of ramping up of pain on top of everything else. So I woke up, I got to sleep maybe about 3 o'clock, which is way too late, and I woke up at maybe like 12. Like, it's very hard to get a normal sleep cycle when your body is in upheaval like this. To be fair, I was woken up by my dog being like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, which was very sweet. And then we had a cuddle for a bit, so obviously I wasn't going to move then because I had a little puppy in my arms. I've woken up with less full body pain today. So yeah, legs aren't quite as bad, and I'm feeling just a little bit better all over. But unfortunately the vulvodynia has ramped up just a little bit more. And now, true speak again, it's also sort of clitoral today, which is not uncommon. And anyone with a clitoris will tell you, I mean, obviously you know from science and textbooks that there's a lot of nerve endings in the clitoris, and when it's good it's very, very good, and when it's bad it's horrid. So that's kind of what we're working with today. I feel like I need to apologise again for saying that word and talking about these things, but like, this is what I'm trying to do this week, is make the invisible disabilities visible, and this is part of my invisible disability. So I'm trying as best I can not to really change anything for you guys, apart from the fact that I wanted to wear the chenille jumper again, and I thought, I can't do that to you. Not mustard 3 days in a row, so I've got my old grandma's jumper today. But otherwise, I've not put makeup on when I wouldn't put makeup on. I haven't showered or bathed yet because I don't have the energy, and that is a very common reality for me, that I have to really sort of prep for that. And honestly, I'm finding it quite difficult to be talking to a camera this morning when I'm like this. But this was my challenge, this was my pledge for the week, and I'm going to see it through. I'm really, really glad that I have signed off sick. I currently work part-time for a company that I really like working for, and they're really, really good to me. But then my pain levels have been so high the last couple of weeks. I think I'm a bit burnt out and really struggling. So yeah, I've self-certified as of yesterday. I'm not sure whether the little snap on my story yesterday came through, but I've self-certified. So whereas normally I would be getting my laptop up and trying to get my 4 hours a day of work done, being so hard to concentrate when you are in pain like this, normally I can get the best of it and muster my will and do it, but I just am past the point. It takes a lot for me to say I can't do it, which they know at least. So yeah, anyway, that's just so that you know, because like yesterday obviously I was chilling out watching a film and feeling all the feels, and that would be something that normally I would be working at that point, so that's just a FYI. So this is today's view, at least for the time being. It's my feet. I might try and go into my study, but that's probably the extent of what I'm going to be doing today. Hopefully maybe walking the dog if I can find the energy, but otherwise it's just rest. It's a bit later. I haven't really moved. This is still doing whatever it's doing. I can feel myself just staring. lacking energy. So far today, in terms of food, I've had a pear, an apple, and some rich tea biscuits, because I'm also too tired and too painy, really, to get anything proper to eat at the moment. So this is the downside of giving in to the pain levels, and sometimes you don't have a choice, but obviously not working today, I don't really have a reason to get up and do anything other than my self-worth, which is something I'm working on. But I mean, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted from years of being exhausted. But at least I have my little puppy. Hey, the little puppy. Yeesh. Guess who had a nap? It's me. I was listening to Serial, which I am really, really late to the game on, and fell asleep. Gonna have to listen to the whole thing again. Why? I've woken up and feeling quite heavy still, but I don't know how much of that is nap. My doctor has also upped my medication ever so slightly. I'm on something called pregabalin, which he's upped. I wonder whether that's having an effect. And the vulvodynia is still, gosh darn it, there, which is why I love napping. I'm a huge nap advocate, a napvocate, if you will, because unconsciousness is great respite. I'm just about to try to finish reading this book that I've been recommended for a while, which is Man's Search for Meaning. It looks grim and it is about the Holocaust, but it is a very inspiring book. However, there is a job I have to do. Because the vulvodynia is increasing ever so slightly in its intensity, I'm going to try and put some topical anaesthetic on, which I have for occasions when I need it and think it will help. So that's what I'm going to do. So if I pull out my drawer of wonders, ooh, here is the lidocaine. Whoop. Check out the messy coffee table. That is what I'm about to put on. Don't worry, I'm not going to film it. The application is complete, doesn't take very long, and now it's going to sting like a mofo for a few minutes, and then hopefully should produce a kind of numb sensation. Can you have a numb sensation? Maybe, yeah, that. Cool-wee, this vlog has been so exciting. Hello, checking in again because this is my pledge. Dad is just making dinner and hopefully that should be ready shortly. I'm so lucky for that. Because I've been in bed all day, usually when I'm in bed I try and make sure that I do some vulvodynia physio, and I have written more about that on my blog. That's too long to get into here, but if you want to read about that, you crazy people, then it's that. Anyway, I said vulvodynia physio. It's actually pelvic floor physio, but it's for my vulvodynia to try and desensitise that area. So I've done some physio and now I feel as I always do after physio, which is in more pain and just hoping it will help in the long term. Anyway, so now sort of pain-wise, I'm on, for vulvodynia, I'm on about a 5 out of 10. Body-wise is still not bad, maybe a 4 out of 10, which is pretty good. But also doing the physio, my period cramps have returned. And again, it's TMI and I wouldn't normally be telling you this, but I just want to try and reflect and make visible, as this is kind of the theme of the week, I want to try and make visible the fact that these pain levels are fluctuating hour by hour and you have to change with it. And I'm also not totally sure whether it's pre-period cramps or IBS cramps, because they feel quite similar, but I think it's a bit lower down, so maybe it is pre-period cramps. All the fun, another mefenamic acid for me, and some food, and I'll catch up with you. You know what, I said I was going to do this whole visibility thing, and this is what I'm doing. Just to say, invisible disability can feel very bad. It isn't hopeless like it looks for me. That for a lot of people, I feel hopeless at the moment because I haven't got any new medical routes. I think my doctors have largely done with me. But for lots of people there is hope, and I'm sure there's hope for me too. I just don't know when and where it's coming, and I'm having to create avenues and things myself, or when I say myself, like with my family as well, and it's a burden on them. So, to anyone who is also feeling a bit hopeless. It's okay to cry, and it's okay to feel vulnerable, and it's okay to show that to other people. That's all I wanted to say. But if you're feeling like that, go ahead and cry. It's good, it's important to do. Call a friend, don't do it on your own, and keep taking care of yourself even when you feel crappy, because you deserve it. Okay. Totty friend.